Let's play, America. As a parent, I can't think of anything else that I want more than what's for my kids to be happy, healthy, successful, and just overall what's best for them. What if I told you that there's something, organized kids activities, that could leave them with a chance of being 10 times less likely to be obese, get 40% higher test scores, be 15% more likely to go to college, which leads to a lifetime of better earnings and lower medical expenses. Organized sports and activities are great for your kids, physically, socially, emotionally. Let's start with the obvious health benefits at first, because that one's the most straightforward. According to the World Health Organization in 2018, we're supposed to get 60 minutes of exercise per day, every day of the week, for kids age 5 to 17. 60 minutes is just 1 hour out of the day that they need to be exercising. And it doesn't even have to be all at the same time. Yet, just 5% of American kids are getting that much exercise on a daily basis. Kind of a sad number when you see how many choices there are out there in the world. Let's start with those choices. Sports are the most obvious one. There's soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, football, hundreds, if not thousands of choices for sports for kids. There's girls sports, boys sports, and there's co-ed sports. There's so many sports that it's hard to keep up with. So those are a good choice. But there's also a bunch of other activities that are great for kids. Individual activities such as dance or golf, for instance. Not really team sports, but they're going to get you a lot of the same benefits that this would. And I'm even talking about social clubs, youth groups at church, the scouts. A lot of them are doing physical activity. They're having group projects. They're doing things that are a lot more than video games and cartoons, getting your kids what they really need and giving them the benefits that they really need. A huge number of staggering statistics came from the AspenProjectPlay.org, but one really stuck out to me. The United States alone could save $28 billion annually by getting just 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. That's $2,500 per person, which means in my household, getting enough exercise could mean a $12,500 swing annually. The reason these financial costs add up so much is saving on doctors' bills, saving on medications. So a lot of parents discourage their kids from being in activities because of the cost. But the benefits far outweigh the costs if you factor stuff like that in. Yes, activities come with a financial cost up front, but the amount of money you could save on doctor's appointments, on pills, and in addition to just the other health benefits, far outweigh these small costs of joining. The American Academy of Pediatrics in 2000 also found the children who participate in youth sports are likely to maintain a healthy body weight. People who are comfortable with physical activities when they are young continue to be more active as they get older, up to 8 times more active actually. That leads them to having a more healthy body appearance, and therefore they have a more healthy self-image, which helps with their mental and emotional needs as they get older. But there's also other mental and emotional benefits that come from sports and activities and just getting enough exercise. According to an article in the Journal of Physical Education, involvement in extracurricular activities, specifically sport, has been related to better cognitive functioning in children and greater outcomes academically, including higher grades, test scores, engagement in school, satisfaction with school, aspirations, and rates for attending college, as well as lower absenteeism and dropout rates. It means kids who are involved, they want to go. What parent doesn't want that? None of us like to fight with our kids over trying to get them to go to school, trying to get them to go do the right things. But when kids have friends there, and kids feel like they're accepted there and they feel like they're in a place where they're being successful, then they want to be there. And that gives them another mental boost that just helps encourage them to go and be a part of something. But the test score evidence is also something that really can't be denied. Kids that are more involved in things pay more attention, and therefore they're smarter. And we want our kids to be smarter too. A lot of times our excuse for not having them in sports is that we don't want to take away from their academics. But actually, kids who are more satisfied with school get better grades because they pay better attention and they just show up more. There's also social benefits from these activities. In the present, the social benefits are pretty straightforward. It's going to give your kids a group of friends that have similar interests, that they have time with outside of just the school day, and a group of people to really feel like they belong in. But these social benefits and social skills that they learn from these activities grow with them as they get older. We all work in workplaces, and most all of us have to deal with people in our workplaces, whether those are clients, coworkers, bosses, or our own employees. But activities and sports as a child train you for these situations. Coworkers are just like teammates. Clients even are just like either teammates or maybe even competitors as a kid. Bosses are like coaches or our trainers, or even our scout leaders or our youth pastors, whoever the leader in the situation might be. So these skills that kids are developing when they're young grow with them and help them be more successful adults. They're more productive, they fit in better in workplace environments, and therefore they're more successful and they're able to hang on to jobs. Organized sports and activities have so many benefits, physically, emotionally, and socially. Being involved with these activities helps your kids both in the present and in the future. There's so many choices to get your kids involved with that I would strongly recommend you let your kids experience these and find one that's right for them. And when they find it, support them. Give it all you got, and let's play.